Going the distance with local sports. Covering the Loretto Mustangs, Summertown Eagles, and Lawrence County Wildcats. Basketball, football, baseball, and more. This is the xSports Network.
And welcome everybody here to Pulaski for the Class 2A District 10 final here. A game that was trying to be played on Friday night that got delayed due to weather. Couldn't get umpires for yesterday, so we got umpires today. We are right now in the bottom of the first. Summertown leading this one 3-0, and looks like they're going to make it 4-0. And the runner is in off the wild pitch. Summertown extends their lead to 4-0. We started off with runners in second and third. And that wild pitch brought in the runner. Now Summertown leads at 4-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Reagan Burleson up at the plate for Summertown. They start off with runners on second and third and 2 outs. Now it's a runner on third with 1 and 2 outs. Next pitch from Emily Kozarter comes in for relief for Carly Urban. Urban, who started off the game, pitched very well with a complete game, 1 run just given up in that first game on Friday. Started the second game and got replaced by Kozart. Next pitch hit high in the air but foul and out of play, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The rain came late on Friday. 1 small cell just set right over the field here in Pulaski and knocked out the second game. Here comes the 1-2, and that misses low and away for ball 2. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Summertown leading Loretto here in this final district deciding game, 4-0. Kozart back on the rubber, and the 2-2 misses away for ball 3, and the count goes full. It's AJ Good here on the xSports Network. Clip Brazier will join us here shortly. He's on his way over, trying to beat the storms. We do have some popping up in the area. Here's a full count offering. This one is grounded up the middle, and that one gets off of the arms of the shortstop. Another runner scores, and Summertown now leads this one 5-0. Another error in this inning here for Loretto, and that brings home the 5th run of the inning. Lady Eagles lead 5-0. Adriana Davis now due up. First pitch from Kozart, swung on and missed for strike 1. Winner of this game will host a region tournament game tomorrow. The loser will have to hit the road to Cheatham County. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Kozart in the circle in relief for Carly Urban. And here comes the 0-2. Misses away. Checks throw over to first, not in time. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kozart back on the rubber, and here comes the 1-2 delivery. That one misses low off of the catcher Clifton. That one's going to get away. Batter will advance on the wild pitch. The runner will advance on the wild pitch. Now the Eagles have a runner in scoring position once again. 5-0's the lead here in the bottom of the first. Clifton going to work quickly, the 2-2. That one just misses low, and the count goes full with 3 balls and 2 strikes. If that missed, I didn't miss by much. Kozart back to work the full count offering. Hit high in the air here to left field. Autumn Butcher and Briley Dover can't make the play at the fence. And the count will stay where it is, and Davis gets another opportunity. And 3 of the 5 runs were scored on Friday, and the next 2 were scored on the next 2 batters here. Full count offering misses low and in. It's a walk there, work by Adriana Davis. Will bring up the shortstop and Eric Abbott. Led off the inning on Friday with a single, then eventually scored a run off an error. Kozart back to work. Here's a full count offering. The first offering, that's a strike. Runners on first and second here for the Eagles, trying to add to their 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Kozart back in the circle on the rubber. Here's the 0-1. And that one hits the outside corner for strike 2. Hannah Lindsay is the pitcher for Summertown on the other end. Here comes the 0-2. Abbott fouls that one back, and the count will stay where it is. No balls, 2 strikes. 2-1. Summertown leading 5-0 here in the bottom of the first in this Class 2A District 10 championship game. Comes the 0-2 from Cozart. Hit high and deep in the air to right. That one is off over the fence for a 3-run shot from Erica Abbott. Just cleared the fence. Her second home run of the district tournament, and that gives Summertown an 8-0 lead. Didn't want to say that was going to be a no-doubter off the bat, but it looked like it was definitely going to hit the wall. That was a good effort there and right from Jerica Ray to try and go get it. She collided into the fence, and the ball just got over, and it is all Summertown here in this second game. Loretto coaching staff now out in the circle trying to calm down his infield. Pair of errors and some big hits. It's actually the second home run from Abbott in this district tournament. The Lady Eagles now lead at 8-0. Conference is now over. He will make his way back into the dugout. Meg Parrott, the center fielder, grounded to third in her first at bat. The Eagles batting around here in the bottom of the first. Cozart is back in the circle. And the first pitch to Parrott misses low for ball 1. Summertown won the first game between these two earlier in the week, 11-5. Then in the championship series on Friday, Loretto took the second game 5-1. Next pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Clint Brazier now joining us here. His next pitch from Cozart is low and in for ball 2.
My granddad used to say, if you can't be on time, just get here when you can.
Well, you got here. That's all. Survive the storms. You got here on time. That's all that matters. The 2-1. This one is down the left field line, but just foul. And the count will even up 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Clint, you couldn't have asked for a better start to this second game here for Summertown.
No, it feels like summer. Of course, they did get a little head start, Thursday or Friday,
yeah.
I guess. Got up to a 3-0 lead, so it's always good if you're Summertown starting a contest with a 3-0 spot, but looks like they've added to that a little bit before I got here.
Next pitch, this one is lined into the left center field gap. That one's going to go off the wall. Parrott rounding first. She's into second with a 2-out double. Another runner in scoring position here for the Eagles. Clint, they're making up for all the opportunities they left on the bases in their first game on Friday, the ones that Loretto took advantage of. Summertown didn't, and more than making up for it here.
Yeah. I kept up with that game, followed you guys online in that first one, and I said, man, I wasn't planning on coming, but I got to come. Then I got on my way here, and I was listening to you guys, and then the bottom fell out. But tip your hat to Loretto, too. You play team enough, they're going to learn how. And that game, the semifinal game, the loser bracket final, that was a six. You look at that final score and think, well, that wasn't much of a game. It was 6-5 going into the bottom of the fifth.
Couple home runs is the difference in that one. And then Loretto got all 5 runs with 2 outs, clutch hitting in that first game. Next pitch on the outside corner. I believe it's a 1 ball and 2 strikes here to the 3-0 hitter, Katie Beth Gallagher. Walked and scored a run previously in the inning. Eagles batting around. This is the 12th batter of this inning. Next pitch misses in. Count evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on second and Meg Parrott. 8-0 is the Summertown lead here. And the 2-2. Actually misses in for ball 4. Now we got 2-1 for the pitcher and Hannah Lindsay. Grounded out to second in her first at bat. She'll be the 13th batter. Going to have a courtesy runner coming into the game for Gallagher. Carly Urban pitched a great game in the previous one. Started this one on Friday and was going to be replaced by Cozart when the bottom fell out of the lone storm cloud and all of southern middle Tennessee right over the field. First pitch from Cozart misses low and away for ball 1.
Lindsay's had a good season, a really good tournament. You know, she had a rough outing. Loretto really hit her in that winner's bracket final game.
And this one's going to get in the left for a base hit. Parrott's going to round third. She is in. That is a 2-out single from Hannah Lindsay. And Summertown extends her lead out to 9-0 here in the bottom of the first.
But what I was going to say about Hannah before she comes up with that big clutch hit, she made up for it with her bat. Even in that winner's bracket final game, she got hit up pretty good. Probably the best Loretta's hit her all year. And she comes up and hits a 2-run homer to kind of give herself a cushion. Now she does end up getting pulled, and Gillum comes in and closes it out. And then Summertown adds 2 more home runs to open up the score. But got to tip your hat to that kid, too.
Mackenzie Reynolds due up, takes ball 1 high and away. This one is teetering on run rule. That fringe right now, 9-0 lead. Next pitch, low and away in the dirt for ball 2. Like you said, Clint, got to give Loretto all the credit in the world. They played them tough in the first game and got 4 of those 5 runs in the top of the 7th with 2 outs and a couple bases loaded situations from their better hitters.
And the great thing, AJ, about this is neither one of these teams are done after today.
No.
They've both got a really good chance to make it to Murfreesboro.
And they probably wish they would have been able to finish that one out on Friday, which they could have if there would have been some representatives from Giles County High School, except one player. We were leaving and the field was soaked, and there was one Giles County player picking up the bases.
Right.
They probably could have finished it if there would have been representation here. As Reynolds fouls the next one back. Counts now at 2 balls, 2 strikes here to the 5-hole hitter, left-handed hitter for Summertown. Trying to add to the lead. They've gotten 9 runs off 5 hits and a pair of errors so far in the bottom of the first. Next pitch, hitting high in the air, and Clifton camps underneath it, and that will end the inning. Summertown gets 9 runs in the bottom of the first. We head to the top of the second for Loretto. That's coming up next here on the xSports Network.
Since 1986, Southeast Carriers, Inc. has been a family-owned and operated business in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We strive to have updated equipment and technology to make our drivers' job easier. We offer large company pay and benefits with a small company atmosphere. Are you tired of just being a number when you call your current company? Here you will be known on a first-name basis, and all we ask is for you to give us an opportunity to prove that we are different than most trucking companies. For more information, visit southeastcarriers.com.
Make 2022 the year to refresh your home. And who you gonna call to help? Story & Lee, the Tennessee Valley's largest furniture store. We've stocked our 3 acres of showroom and warehouses full of inventory, and gotta make room for more arriving daily. Living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, all from the brands you've told us you love. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story & Lee.
This is Lawrence County Sheriff John Myers. 3.5 years ago, you elected me to be your sheriff. In the past 3.5 years, my team and I have removed hundreds of thousands of dollars in drugs from the county's roads. We increased the presence of deputies in all of our communities across the county, and we've kept an eye on your tax dollars. Today, I'm asking for your vote to keep the progress going. We've made a big dent in crime, but we still have a lot of work to do. When you go to the polls this August, choose John Myers for sheriff, and let's keep Lawrence County America's best county to live in. Ad paid for John Myers for sheriff.
And back here in Pulaski, we head to the top of the second of the Class 2A District 10 Championship. Summertown got 9 runs in the bottom of the first. They lead Loretto 9-0. 5, 6, 7 due up here for Loretto. Autumn Butcham took the first Hannah Lindsay pitch, lined it down the left field line for a foul ball. Here comes the next one. It's a changeup that misses high and away for ball 1.
I know she's technically started this game already 2 days ago, AJ,
yeah.
But Hannah Lindsay's got to be smart here. She's not many times you get to basically start a game with a 9-0 lead.
Pitch with the lead, but Butcham lines this one down the left field line foul. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Butcham, who had a 2-run single in that first game that made it 5-1, the one that Loretto eventually pulled out in that game. 3, 4, and 5 are the heart of the Loretto order. Lindsay only threw 7 pitches in the top of the first on Friday. Next pitch misses high and in for ball 2. Count evens up 2 balls and 2 strikes. And like you said, Clinton, you got to be smart in these situations. You got a 9-run lead. You don't want to say pitch to contact. Don't give them good stuff to hit, but find a way to get these innings over quickly. As Butcham lines this one in the left field. A good backhanded play there by Reynolds, keeping that one from going to the fence. And Buttram gets a leadoff single that will bring up center fielder and Julie Clifton.
Never any off-speed pitches that time by Lindsay. I know that's something her and her dad really worked on in the 2 days off, trying to get that changeup to work, but she never threw a changeup that at bat, and Buttram was just sitting all over that fastball. She fouled 3 hard off out of play.
First pitch to Clifton, misses high for ball 1. They really peppered that left field line here on Friday. Hit a lot of hard balls down the line. Some of them stayed fair, but not many of them. Next pitch hit high in the air, and this one is coming close to the Sun Drop concession stand back here in Giles County for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, no outs here in the top of the second. Lady Eagles leading the Mustangs 9-0. And like Clint mentioned, both of these going to be in action. One will be at home tomorrow. The other make their way to Cheatham County on the other side of Nashville. Here's the 1-1. The bunt is down, but gets just foul for strike 2.
You know, usually you're probably thinking, well, you bunt down 9-0, you got to have a lot of hits. But I think that was all on Clifton right there. I think it was a smart move. Third baseman back, nobody was expecting. And if it's fair, she's safe for days.
Find a way on, as one of my assistant coaches in high school used to say, 2 bloops, a bleep, and a blast. And we're back in this. Here comes the next pitch. Grounded, tapped foul down the third base line. Count will stay where it is. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jerica Ray waiting on deck, who crashed hard into the fence going after that Erica Abbott 3-run homer that just cleared the fence. And the next pitch. Hit high in the air, but just out of play. Clifton with a good battle here between her and Lindsay. Opposing catcher against opposing pitcher.
No, that's a different catcher.
Oh,
that's her little
bad.
sister. That's
right.
Julie Clifton. JB's her little sister. She's
I did
the catcher.
so good during basketball season, and then I do it in the worst possible time in softball season. Here's the 1-2. Misses high, and Julie, the center fielder.
Yeah, she's playing right in front of us.
Yeah, she made actually a really good diving catch on Friday that kept a rally from Summertown from happening. Next pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will be the first out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Hannah Lindsay brings up the right fielder and Jerica Ray.
Good curveball by Lindsay, kind of hung it on that outside, see if she could get Clifton to chase, and it had a lot of spin on it. She really bared down on that pitch.
Next pitch, Ray hits this one in the right, and it is caught by the right fielder. Good job. Didn't really have to move, was Adriana Davis. 1 pitch, 1 out, and that will bring up Addison Bowie, the designated player. Bowie, who had a lot of hard contact in the first game here on Friday. One for her first at bat here in this game that has taken up all of the whole weekend. First pitch from Lindsay, and just misses outside for ball 1.
What was the reason we didn't play yesterday?
No umpires.
No umpire, I got you. No. It's hard to play without them.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, sometimes we wish we could. But here's the 1-0. That one's in there for strike 1. I would say the umpires that I've seen in this tournament so far have done an incredible job and extremely consistent.
I think our only critique in that winners bracket finals is umpires really tight behind the plate. You had to pretty much throw it down Broadway, but it was that way for both teams.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for, consistency. Next pitch misses away for ball 2.
And that's okay that she misses that changeup with a ball, but you got to make them think that you'll throw it every once in a while, you know. Mess the timing up a little bit.
Bowie steps back in. All right-handed hitters in this Mustang lineup. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2.
One thing Carly Urban did really, really well in that first game Friday that you guys called, she really mixed her changeup, had it working really well, and I think it just screwed up the timing for Summertown.
Only threw 70 pitches in 7 innings. Very impressive. Next pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Her second of the game, second of the inning. That will do it. The Lady Mustangs strand 1 on the top of the second. We head to the bottom half of the inning. Coming up next here on the xSports Network.
It's time for some straight talk about zero-turn mowers. Husqvarna's zero-turn performance mowers with rugged commercial drive give you high performance and a comfortable ride. Heavy-duty frame and chassis and commercial hydraulics take no punishment. With warranties now up to 5 years and low financing options, there's no competition. For a straight-up deal on the best in professional zero-turn mowers, go straight to your Husqvarna dealer.
No matter what it is that you like take those things, translate it into an academic degree.
It's the best thing probably I've ever done in my life, and my only regret is that I didn't do it sooner.
Getting this degree opened up doors that I didn't even envision would be open.
I'm so happy that I did it, and I think anybody that wants it should go for it. You will not regret it.
This is Chris Jackson with Tennessee Tech in Lawrenceburg. If you're ready to earn your degree right here in Lawrence County, come see us today.
Hit a home run with the team at United Country Southern Tennessee Realty.
On the web, 931-321-8226.
Tommy Johnson, 931-722-4840.
Tyler Webb, 731-438-2084.
Travis Caldwell's 931-629-3033.
You're safe with United Country Southern Tennessee Realty.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the xSports Network.
Back here in Pulaski for the Class 2A District 10 Championship Final. Summertown leading Loretto 9-0 here in the bottom of the second. Shelby Davis, Anna Burleson, Reagan Burleson due up here 6-7-8. Davis takes the first pitch for a strike, the next one in the dirt for ball two. Davis, who reached on an error that scored a run and eventually scored a run of her own in the bottom of the first inning. Next pitch from Cozart, hit high in the air to right. Charging in on it, making the catch is Ray, and that will be the first out of the inning. Brings up Anna Burleson, who had a two-run single up the middle on Friday, which made it 3-0 before the rains poured down here in Pulaski.
In that semifinal game, or in that winner's break final game, AJ, Anna Burleson batting in the 9 spot at that game, went 3 for 3 and was humongous in that win.
First pitch from Cozart misses low and away for ball one. Have some good to see the left-handed hitters in the Summertown lineup. You don't see many at the high school level in either baseball or softball. Next pitch hits the outside corner for strike one. The way that head coach Greg Burleson sprinkles them in the lineup, give them some protection and give them some variety. Not easy for pitchers. Here's a 1-1, and bunted down the third base line, but foul for strike two. Summertown got 9 runs in the bottom of the first, off 5 hits and 2 errors. Literally, when it rained, it poured on them.
Absolutely. Felt bad for Irvin. I was watching that game, when she started the second game Friday, AJ, and it's just so hard to pitch. It's so hard to spin the ball. It's so hard to hold the ball. Because if you could see the rain on y'all's broadcast that I was watching, if you can see it live, then it's really raining.
Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. That will be the second out of the inning and bring up the second baseman in Reagan Burleson. Going back and watching it, Clint, it looked like hail was coming down. That's how thick those raindrops were. And thankfully, Adam Lindsay's wife brought us an umbrella, but half my right side of me was soaked. The left side was really dry.
I think Will Pettis still drying out his gear.
Yeah. He says everything's okay. He's got one little thing he's a little suspicious of, but thankfully that won't hurt the broadcast on Monday for their regional tournament. First pitch is in there for strike one. Next one fouled back for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes here to Reagan Burleson, who reached on an error, scored a run of her own in the bottom of the first, part of one of 13 batters found their way to the plate in the bottom half of that inning. Cozart, who did a great job against Giles County to get Loretto into the spot. Next pitch misses high and away. Held a explosive Bobcat lineup to just 3 runs, got out of several jams in that game, and was able to get Loretto right here in the spot. Comes the 1-2. Misses high and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the second. Cozart gets a sign back on the rubber. Here comes a 2-2.
Good pitch to miss right there for Cozart. See if Burleson chased. Good job by Burleson not going after it.
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes here to the 8-hole hitter for the Lady Eagles. Next pitch is in the dirt, and that is a 2-out walk. Bring up the right fielder, Adriana Davis. Walked and scored a run in her first at bat in the bottom of the first.
Want to go to work right here if you're Cozart for Loretto. You don't want to let You don't want to let the lineup turn over right here and see Abbott coming back up the plate, especially with 2 runners on, AJ.
First pitch misses away for ball 1. Abbott, who's 2 for 2, a single and a home run, a 3-run shot in the previous inning. Next pitch from Cozart, and that one's in for ball 2. Abbott way with that slap hitting style. If you elevate a pitch, she can get a hold of it. You can see what she can do. All she's got to do is turn her hips and watch that thing fly over the fence. The 2-0 misses away for ball 3.
Yeah, not what you want here. And the good thing is there's going to be 2 outs for Loretto, but you're still turning that lineup over, and you're getting back to the meat of Summertown here.
Cozart back on the rubber is the 3-0. That one misses high. Another 2-out walk, and again, turning over the lineup here, Erica Abbott. Single and a run scored, and then a home run, a 3-run shot. All came in the bottom of the first.
Looks like we're going to get a pitching change. Carly Urban going to come to the mound. Either Carly Urban's going to first or Shelby. Looks like Urban is going to pitch.
Urban is going to go to the mound.
Kind of a little bit surprised by that too, AJ. Of course, you're still trying to win this ball game. I'm not saying that, but I definitely want Urban pitching that game for me tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Wherever I'm playing.
Absolutely, and this might be a way for her to get some pitches in, get loose after sitting. Don't want to say that she sat around. Don't know what they did for the last couple of days, but almost like a bullpen session, like you see in the
right. Don't want to go to work Monday. You don't want to go into it tomorrow, and it hadn't thrown since Thursday or Friday.
She will throw a few warm-up pitches here. She did a great job in that game against Summertown on Friday. The first game, allowing just 1 run, threw just 70 pitches through 7 innings. Only had, I believe, 2 walks in that game. As I go back and look at the statistics from that game, she gave up a run, 1 walk, 5 hits, no strikeouts through 70 pitches. And the warm-up is done, and she'll be ready to go here again. Facing off here with Erica Abbott, who is 2 for 2, single and a 3-run homer. Scored a pair of runs, first pitch. And that one's in there for strike 1.
Started off with an off-speed pitch, too. Good job by Urban.
2-1, 2 out. Summertown leading 9-0 here in the bottom of the second. Next pitch off the end of the bat and foul down the left field line. And the count will go to no balls and 2 strikes. Abbott had success against Urban in the previous time she has faced her so far. Comes the 0-2. And this one is lined up the middle. That's a base hit. Burleson rounding third. She's going to come around and score. Everyone advances a base. And Abbott, with her 4th RBI of the game, gives Summertown a 10-0 lead here in the bottom of the second.
And now you got runners on second, third. Are 2 outs, but you got Parrott up to bat, who just hit a liner out here for an RBI, and Galahar and Lindsay coming up. Dangerous spot here. If you're Loretto, you can let this thing get away pretty quick if you're not careful.
Run rule will be in effect in these games. Pair 1 for 2, ground out to third and a double in the first. First pitch is low for ball 1. Parrott also scored a run after that as well. Wind blowing pretty good here. Do see some dark clouds forming behind us.
It was raining hard in Lawrenceburg when I left, AJ. I just hope it didn't follow me.
Ball 2 inside there to Parrott. Parrott steps back in the 2-0 and misses in for ball 3. Katie Beth Gallagher waiting on deck, who's no official at bats but a pair of walks so far in this game.
I think Coach Burleson just gave Parrott the green light. I think if it's in there, she's going to be going after it.
3-0.
Well, never mind, I was wrong.
Or maybe she got the green light and just decided it wasn't the right pitch to swing on. Parrott, who hit a double here into the left center field gap right in front of us. And the 3-1. Swung on and hit hard down the left field line, but fouled. Now the count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I don't know if you've called any Summertown games, and Adam hasn't warned you, but you definitely know it's foul. Like, we might have had a hard time. They could have called that fair, and I wouldn't have known it just from our angle. But if you see Coach Burleson kind of waving and going crazy, he's trying to get that call. It's definitely foul when he does that.
Full count. This one's down the line, but foul. A good hard hit there from Parrott. Count will stay where it is. I've noticed he doesn't really move much on a foul ball.
What he'll do is he'll step in front of the home plate umpire's line and start pointing in to try to get that call.
I've seen that at every level.
And I've seen it work a lot of times. I've had 2 kids play for him, and he's gotten that call a lot of times.
Here's another full count offering and hit off the handles right at Urban, and that will end the inning. Not before Summertown adds one here in the bottom of the second. They lead it at 10-0 as we head to the top of the third here on the xSports Network.
There are now more ways to save at QuickMart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at QuickMart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
This is the xSports Network.
Back here in Pulaski for the Class 2A District 10 final. Summertown leading Loretto 10-0 as we head to the top of the third. McKinsey Bivens will lead things off here for the Lady Mustangs. Takes strike one from Hannah Lindsay. Lindsay, who's through 2 innings, giving up 2 hits, no runs, pair of strikeouts, just through 25 pitches. Next pitch is low and in for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the 9-hole hitter here for Loretto. Next pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Summertown got 9 runs in the bottom of the first, got 1 in the previous inning. They lead this one 10-0. And the next pitch from Lindsay. Fouled back off the home plate umpire. Count will stay where it is. And these two, the third time they've played in this district tournament. Summertown took the first one 11-5 in a game that was closer than what the score indicates. Then Loretto with a upset. First time they've beaten Summertown in a while with a 5-1 win on the first game Friday. Then it's 3-0 as Bivens takes ball 2 to even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's 3-0 before the rain came on Friday. Couldn't get umpires yesterday, and now we're here today. It's a 2-2. Lined up the middle. That's a base hit. Good piece of hitting from Mackenzie Bivens to lead off the top of the third. Here comes the top of the order with the catcher, Jenny Clifton, JB, who is 1 for 1 in the game, singled in their first at bat in the first inning.
Now what you want to do if you're Lindsay at the 9-hole hitter, let the lead off, get on with the hit, and roll over the line up to the top.
First pitch from Clifton is fouled back for strike 1.
So I promise you, AJ, these first 5-6 hitters, they're not scared of Lindsay.
No,
they're looking to hit.
Once you get the Dover, Fisher, and Buttram, who've had a lot of success in this tournament so far. Comes the 0-1. Misses high and away for ball 1. And as Adam Lindsay mentioned Friday, they've seen Hannah a lot. They're definitely not afraid of her. Know what to expect. Comes the 1-1. Hit down the left field line, but foul for strike 2. They have given the foul ball retriever here this weekend a lot of work, even though he's...
Yeah, I hope they're paying that, what young man is I keep seeing running down through there and tracking those down.
Yeah, he's tossing football right now with somebody. So distracted. Here's a 1-2. Change up misses away for ball 2.
And that's the pitch you needed to throw there. Everybody's kind of way ahead right there, fouling a lot of balls off. Lindsay's got to be able to throw it for a strike or get somebody to chase on it. Starting it off too high.
Comes the 2-2. This one is lined in the left. That's a base hit. Back-to-back singles here to start the top of the third inning. And then we'll bring up the second baseman, Aubrey Zell, grounding into a fielder's choice in her first at bat in the first inning. 2-1, nobody out here. Loretto threatening. Lindsay gets a sign. Here's the first pitch. And that one's on the inside corner for strike 1.
I think you've got to be on the part here, AJ, where you're not trying to do anything cute on a defensive play. You're not trying to roll one up. You're not trying to turn it over play. You're trying to get out and maintain your lead, because you still get to hit, if you're Summertown. Don't worry about a run rule. Don't try to be perfect, because you're still going to get to hit, but you got to make a routine out. If you get a routine ball hit at you here, if you're Summertown, if you're Loretto, you got a good opportunity right here to put a dent in this score right here.
Next pitch was on the inside corner for strike 2, and the next pitch missed away for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes is a 2-hole hitter for the Lady Mustangs. 2-on, no out here in the top of the 3rd. Comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 3rd strikeout of the game for Lindsay. 1 out, that's going to bring up the shortstop and Briley Dover. Dover, who delivered the winning blow with a 2-out long single off the wall on Friday. First pitch from Lindsay, fouled straight back for strike 1. Dover, who will, though just a junior, is already committed to North Alabama, going to join the tradition, it looks like, as of late, of Lawrence County players making their way to go play for the Lions.
Got 3 there now. Have a 4th one on their way.
Next one hit high in the air to right. That one might fall. A good effort there and right. It was fouling out of play, and the count will go to no balls and 2 strikes.
That's something I meant to do the other day, AJ. I'm glad you brought that up. I meant to brag on Haley Jones, former Summertown Lady Eagle. She's freshman year over there. She's starting second baseman, just wearing a cover off the ball at UNA.
First team All-Atlantic Sun. Next pitch to Dover, misses high and away for ball 1. First team All-Freshman Atlantic Sun, and then on top of that you have former Lady Cats Georgia Lane and Macy Burdishaw leading the league in home runs and wins, respectively. Next pitch, high and in for ball 2.
Those are Macy Burdishaw is one of my original kids. First pitcher I ever coached, and got to coach Georgia Land at E.O. Kaufman in middle school, and you couldn't ask for 2 better kids that couldn't love softball anymore.
Dover blinds this one up the middle. That's a base hit. Everyone's just going to advance up the 1 base. Now we've got the bases loaded, no outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Brings up the first baseman, Shelby Fisher, who grounded out the short in her first at bat. Is Greg Burleson now going to come out and talk with this pitcher and his infield when inside the circle.
And I've coached with Coach Burleson for years on our travel ball. Our kids play together and stuff, and I've had 2 kids play for Coach Burleson. I think he's basically saying what I'd said earlier, AJ. Let's don't try to do anything cute right here. If they score 1 or 2, let's make sure it's just 1 or 2. Let's don't make a play that's going to give them a bases loaded with only 1 out, situation here. If you get a routine ball, make a routine out. Find the easiest out right here, because you're still going to be up 9 runs if you give up 1.
Mm-hmm.
And we still get to hit, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. There is 1 out. I forgot about the strikeout earlier before Dover. So there is bases loaded, 1 out. Dover did a good piece of hitting to send that one up the middle.
You're in a dangerous spot, though. You got to keep the ball down if you're Lindsay. You don't want to serve anything up, especially to Fisher and Buttram coming up right here. Both capable of hitting grand slams.
First pitch to Fisher, grounded over the second. The throw over the first is in time. A run will score. Loretto will cut into the Summertown lead to 10-1.
That's the out you wanted to get, just a ground out. At worst, it gives up a run, but doesn't cause any damage. Try to get out of it here if you're Summertown. If you're Buttram, have a good at bat like you did that last one. Line one out here at us, score a couple.
And the first pitch is chopped down the left field line for strike 1.
She just flared one over Abbott's head at short, her last at bat. I think that was my first batter that I'd got here late for, and kind of hit the fence right here right in front of us. Or Runnels actually cut it off to keep her from getting extra base, but it was a good shot.
Next pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. She does that again. That will make it a 10-3 lead. And you know Dover's aggressive on the base pass.
She's not stopping.
She's not stopping. Well, not with 2 outs,
no.
especially either. Fisher now taking her time, gets back in the box. Here comes the 0-2 from Lindsay. This is high and away for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Loretto's got 1 here. They trail Summertown 10-1. This District 10 final. Here comes the 1-2 from Lindsay. Just misses the outside corner for ball 2.
Good pitch, good location. Try to get her to chase one. Maybe sometimes you get an umpire that just gives you that call too.
He likes them high and in. He's not a fan of the outside corner so far. Here comes the 2-2 from Lindsay. And speaking of the outside corner, he hits it for strike 3, and that will end the inning. Loretto strands a pair in the top of the third. They do get one run. They trail Summertown 10-1 as we add to the bottom of the third here on the xSports Network.
Like you, our roots are in Lawrence County, providing banking for every stage of life since 1934. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank has been not just your bank, but also your friend, helping you with home loans, consumer and auto loans, and your everyday personal banking needs. Lawrenceburg Federal offers you a warm smile and personal experience, as well as the conveniences of modern-day online banking, mobile banking, and telebanking. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, your neighbor and friend, located at 118 West Gain Street next to the courthouse.
Whether it's popcorn, biscuits, or automotive, you need the right ingredients to achieve the best results. Heritage Automotive is proud to serve our community with a continually growing inventory. We also help our community grow by contributing to a vibrant economy, which helps build schools. I'm Keith Durham, and I'm the General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, and it's my job to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. Heritage Automotive, your hometown Chevy, Buick, and GMC dealer.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
And back here in Pulaski for the Class 2A District 10 final. We head to the bottom of the third. Summertown leading Loretto 10-1 here. 3-4-5, the heart of the Eagle order due up. Katie Beth Gallagher, a pair of walks so far. She took ball one here from Carly Urban. Next pitch. And that one's in there for strike one.
I was waiting on Katie to hit that out here to us.
First pitch, Urban started the game. Clifton came in for an inning, then Urban is back on for relief. Next pitch, line down the left field line, but into the trees for strike two.
Got to be a good two-strike hitter now. If you're Gallagher, don't try to pull something, don't try to hit something out. Hit you a base hit, go opposite field. If Urban hangs a change up outside, don't leave it in the umpire's hand. If you're Urban, flirt with stuff right here. Go get her, throw her your best pitch.
This one is lined up the middle for a base hit. Leadoff single from Katie Beth Gallagher. She reaches base for the third time in the game. That will bring up Hannah Lindsay.
Great job by Gallagher. Urban actually threw a good changeup, low and out. Gallagher kept her hands back, didn't go after it, try to pull it, went with it, hit it opposite field. Good single there. Courtesy runner going to come in for Gallagher, the catcher.
Lindsay 1 for 2 in the game. Ground out the second and an RBI single, both in the first. Here's the first pitch from Urban, misses high for ball one. I always say it's good. They say it's a good piece of hitting when you take an outside pitch and find a way to line it up the middle.
Yep, they can't do that in the major leagues. You have to put a shift on.
I know, and they don't know how to hit away from the shift. Here's the next pitch. It's high and away for ball two. I could talk for days about.
You ain't kidding.
It's not the shift's problem. It's the hitter's problem.
Absolutely, nobody wants to go opposite field anymore.
No one's on the left side of the infield. Hit it to the left side of the infield. Next pitch, that one misses low and in for ball three. They're just being smart. They're playing good defense. 3 balls, no strikes to the pitcher, Lindsay. Next pitch from Urban, and that one's on the inside corner for strike one. 1 on, no out. 3-1 count here to the 4-hole hitter for the Lady Eagles. And here comes the 3-1 from Urban. Chopped down the left field line and foul for strike two. Makes the count go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count here. I know there's no outs, but could see a hit and run going on right here.
Good crowd out here today, Clint, for a Sunday afternoon at 2:30. Everyone got out of their church clothes and got here on time. Next pitch lined in the left field. That's a base hit. Runner will only advance up a base, so we got runners on first and second after back-to-back singles here. No outs here in the bottom of the third. Brings up the left fielder, Mackenzie Reynolds.
Don't think Coach Burleson will call it up 10-1, but you've got Reynolds, left-handed bat, can lay down a bunt, get runners moved, scoring position right here. It'd be a good opportunity to do it. We'll just have to see how far up Buttram plays as well.
Lindsay gets a courtesy runner, so 2 courtesy runners on for Summertown. The left-handed hitting Reynolds up. First pitch from Urban, and she will bunt it, and keeps it fair. Throw over to first is in time. Both runners will advance, so we got one gone here in the bottom of the third inning.
Good job by Buttram, too. That was a really good bunt by Runnels. It had to be a bang-bang play. She fielded it clean, made a great throw. Or you're looking at bases loaded possibly and no outs.
One out, and that brings up Shelby Davis, 0 for 2 in the game. Reached on an error in the first, scored a run, and then flew out the right in the second. First pitch from Urban on the inside corner for strike one. Got a runner on second and third. Runners in scoring position here for Summertown. They've done a good job in this game. Struggled with it in the previous game. Next pitch from Urban in the dirt for ball one.
Good job by Clifton. Nose over that ball, smothering it up, not letting the ball get by her to give up a run.
And here comes a 1-1. Lined in the left field, that's a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the next runner. The throw not in time. She is in there. Shelby Davis with a 2-run single. And Summertown extends her lead out to 12-1. Good piece of hitting, a line drive in the left.
You know, Davis kind of been struggling a little bit. I know she did in that winners bracket final game. She had a tough night at the plate. Good to see her get her a 2-out RBI right here, right before you go into region play.
Anna Burleson now up. Takes the first pitch into left. Mackenzie Bivens makes the catch, and that will be the second out of the inning. Brings up the second baseman, Reagan Burleson, 0 for 1. Reached on an error, scored a run, and walked and scored a run in the second.
Reagan and Carly Urban played together for years, same travel ball team, so they both know each other well. Interested to see here what Carly throws Reagan, what Reagan does with it.
First pitch misses low and in for ball one. Impressive thing about the first game the other day, Clint, was they played all 7 innings, had all that drama, and it went in an hour and 10 minutes.
Yep. Well, you got to love softball.
Next pitch lined up the middle, that's a base hit. Rounding third is Davis, but she will hold up, and now we got runners on the corners here with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third inning, bring up the right fielder, and Adriana Davis has reached base twice with a pair of walks.
Don't think you'll see Reagan Burleson trying to steal here because there are 2 outs, and I think Clifton will be firing away to try to get the runner stealing.
Grounded over to Dover at short. The throw over to first is in time, and that will end the inning. Not before Summertown gets a pair of runs in the bottom of the third. They lead at 12-1. Head to the top of the fourth here on the xSports Network.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
This is the xSports Network.
And back here for the Class 2A District 10 championship game. Summertown leading Loretto 12-1 as we head to the top of the fourth. Julie Clifton leading things off, takes ball one, then takes ball two here from Hannah Lindsay. Clifton, who struck out swinging her first at bat in the top of the second. Lindsay on for her 4th inning of work. A run off 5 hits, 4 strikeouts. Right now 53 pitches. Next pitch chopped down the third base line for strike one. It's been all Summertown so far in this one.
And again, if you're Lindsay, you don't have to do anything overpowering here. You've got to just pitch like you've got an 11-run lead because you do.
Comes a 2-1 from Lindsay. And that one misses high and away for ball 3. The words of Bob Euchre, it was just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
Comes a 3-1 from Lindsay to Clifton. And tap back off of the shins of the umpire, and the count will go full of 3 balls and 2 strikes.
When me and Jeff Franks used to do the softball years ago at the state tournament, we just kept waiting on Coach Burleson to do something where we could go, obviously Burleson's thinking, I don't know what the beep he's thinking. But he never did. He never did anything for us to do that as Lindsey walks Clifton there.
Leadoff runner on. Jerica Ray due up, flew out to right in her first at bat in the top of the 2nd inning. My favorite was the ball 4, ball 8, and Vaughn walks the bases loaded. Man, how are these hitters laying off pitches that close? First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. I could quote that movie all day long.
You can't say that on air. Nobody's listening.
Here's the 0-1. It's bunted, but foul for strike 2. How would you like to coach Cleveland this year? Oh, I don't know. Hang on, I got a guy on the other line about some white walls.
All right.
No balls, 2 strikes here to the 7-0 hitter for Loretto.
Need to settle down here if you're Lindsey. Find it out.
The 0-2 misses high and away for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Ray. Ray trying to find a way on for the first time in this game. 1-2. Hit high and hard in the air to right, but a good catch in the right field from Adriana Davis. And that will be the first out of the inning. Bring up the designated player in Addison Bowie. Struck out swinging her first at bat in the top of the 2nd. Bowie's got a lot of pop here in the 8-hole. She's shown it off a couple times on some foul balls and shown it off against Giles County as well. Comes the first pitch from Lindsey. Chopped down the left field line, but foul for strike 1. Left field line has gotten a lot of work. They might need a new fence after these 3 games between Summertown and Loretto.
I talked to Giles County's coach the other day, and he said the new plan is they're going to put a net basically from foul pole, and they're going to build a pole down there to keep balls from going into those bushes. But like you said, they may have to have a whole new fence.
Bowie chops the next one back for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Summertown leading this one 12-1. Good facility out here in Pulaski. They've built it just, I guess you could say, on the outside of the school. Here comes the 0-2. This is away for ball 1.
Good pitch by Lindsey. Tough layoff there, but good layoff by Bowie. I don't know that I could have.
No, not down 12-1. I'm hacking at just about anything. Comes the 1-2 from Lindsey. Fouled off of her foot, and the count will stay where it is.
That had to hurt.
And some crazy updates from Major League Baseball, Clint, that the Reds threw a no-hitter against Pittsburgh and lost.
Yeah, and that's something.
1-0. Only the Reds would do that, and as a Cubs fan, but they did it against the Pirates. So
right.
As I guess they say in baseball lingo, it's like a snowball fight. Nobody wins.
Right.
The 1-2. Sent over to second. The throw to second in time. The throw to first. A 4-6-3 double play will end the inning. And that will send us to the bottom of the 4th. Summertown leading this one 12-1. It's coming up next here on the xSports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through Southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air, When you need us, we'll be there.
And back here in Pulaski, we head to the bottom of the fourth. Summertown leading Loretto 12-1 in the District 10 championship game. Erica Abbott now up. She's 3 for 3 in the game, is taking a ball and a strike here to lead off the inning. Has a pair of singles, a 3-run homer, 4 RBIs, and 3 runs scored here so far. Next pitch from Urban. Lined into the trees and left for strike 2.
You know, you don't. I know Coach Burleson don't want them to think about it. He wants them to just keep doing what they're doing. But if you're Summertown, you got to be thinking, if we can get 4 runs right here, we can get this thing done.
Comes the 1-2 from Urban. And this one is barely made contact with, but foul for. Well, now we'll keep the count where it is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You're talking about the, Greg trying to get on the line. My base coaches in college used to do that all the time. Next pitch, that one was hit at her eyeballs and fouled down the right field line. The count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That's one thing I love about Erica Abbott is she pretty much going to try to take it out of the umpire's hands when she gets 2 strikes. If she goes down, she's going down swinging. If she gets 2 strikes, she's got a real big zone.
Comes the 1-2 from Urban again. Line down the left field line, but off the fence again and foul. And that was the 6th pitch of the at-bat. Count still 1 ball, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter here for the Lady Eagles.
These aren't the at-bats you want, these long at-bats when we're hoping that we don't get hit by rain again.
Right, and trying to finish this one out and get to tomorrow. Next pitch, chopped down the right field line and foul.
Come on, Erica, jeez.
7th pitch of the at-bat here. It's one thing we didn't have in that first game. We didn't have any real long at-bats. I think we had a combined 3 walks, just a pair of strikeouts between both pitchers. Aggressive hitting on both sides, which obviously worked out for both sides. This one is hit into center field. Clifton makes the catch, and we got 1 gone here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Finally retiring Abbott for the first time in this game. Brings up Meg Parrott, 1 for 3 in the game. Ground out to third and a double and a run scored in the second, then popped up to Urban in the second. 1 for her 4th at bat in the game. Run rule will be in effect. If the Lady Eagles can get 4 runs here in the inning, that will end it. But if not, they get, as long as they have a 10-run lead, as Parrott lines it hard down the left field line and foul out of play for strike 1.
I think if you're Parrott now, you've got to be expecting off speed and off the plate. Now, if I'm Urban, I'm throwing her changeup outside. As far ahead as she was on that fastball, I'm throwing her nothing but junk.
And she must have heard you. She throws that one low and in for ball 1. These Loretto pitchers do work quickly, so they don't waste any time in between pitches. Here comes a 1-1. Hit high and hard in the air to deep right center field, but Clifton makes the catch near the warning track.
Well, that's not Clifton. We've had a change. That's Ray. Clifton has moved to second base.
Huh. We got a new right fielder.
Maybe DH that hit herself in the foot. She may be hurt.
Yeah, that looked like it hurt.
May have to shift some things around here.
And the next pitch for Katie Beth Gallagher hit high in the air, and Ray makes all 3 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That will take us to the top of the 5th. Final chance here for Loretto. It's coming up next here on the xSports Network.
Since 1986, Southeast Carriers, Inc. has been a family-owned and operated business in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We strive to have updated equipment and technology to make our drivers' job easier. We offer large company pay and benefits with a small company atmosphere. Are you tired of just being a number when you call your current company? Here you will be known on a first-name basis, and all we ask is for you to give us an opportunity to prove that we are different than most trucking companies. For more information, visit southeastcarriers.com.
Make 2022 the year to refresh your home. And who you gonna call to help? Story and Lee, the Tennessee Valley's largest furniture store. We've stocked our 3 acres of showroom and warehouses full of inventory, and gotta make room for more arriving daily. Living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, all from the brands you've told us you love. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story and Lee.
This is Lawrence County Sheriff John Myers. 3.5 years ago, you elected me to be your sheriff. In the past 3.5 years, my team and I have removed hundreds of thousands of dollars in drugs from the county's roads. We increased the presence of deputies in all of our communities across the county, and we've kept an eye on your tax dollars. Today, I'm asking for your vote to keep the progress going. We've made a big dent in crime, but we still have a lot of work to do. When you go to the polls this August, choose John Myers for sheriff, and let's keep Lawrence County America's best county to live in. Ad paid for John Myers for sheriff.
And back here in Pulaski, we head to the top of the fifth. Summertown leading this one 12-1. 9-1-2 due up for the Lady Mustangs. Mackenzie Bivens took ball one from Hannah Lindsay. The next pitch misses high and away for ball two. Bivens, who's 1 for 1 in the game, a single and a run scored in the third inning, is scored the lone run for the Lady Mustangs in this one. Comes the 2-0 from Lindsay. Misses low for ball three. Lindsay, who is
not what you want out of your best pitcher right here. They're in the 9 spot. You're looking to get 3 outs, and you've worked a 3-0 count to their number 9 hole hitter.
Next pitch. That one's in there for strike one. Lindsay, who has given up a run off 5 hits, a walk, 4 strikeouts, now sits at 70 pitches. Comes the 3-1. And that one's in there for strike two. Lindsay battles back to make the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Forget about the curveball, Ricky. Throw her the heater.
Here comes the full count offering. Swung on and missed. Not exactly the heater, but that will be your 5th strikeout of the game, and that's the first out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Brag on this kid coming up, Miss J.B. Clifton. She's tougher than a pine knot. She had a really good tournament. I think batted .475 for the regular season. Catches every game, leadoff hitter. She's one of those kids, AJ, that you couldn't ask any more than what she gives you.
She's 2 for 2 so far today with the singles in the first and third inning. Takes a high pitch for ball one here from Lindsay. Here comes the 1-0. Lined up the middle, and that one's going to get down for a base hit. You brag on her, Clint. She hears you and picks up her 3rd hit of the game.
Here's where we'll have to figure out who our substitution is, AJ. It's definitely for the number. It's for Jericho. Is it Gray that was been batting in the 2 spot or Ezel?
It was Ezel.
So
Ezel
must have come out.
And that batter is Maggie Smith, who is now in. She takes strike one from Lindsay. Next pitch, swung on and missed for strike two. Clifton, no advancement so far. No balls, 2 strikes here to Smith on for her first at bat of the game. Comes the 0-2. Misses away for ball one. Clifton so far half of the Lady Mustang hits in the game. Comes the 1-2. This one is hit over to first but foul. And the count will stay where it is. Praying and hoping we get this one in before the lone cloud in Giles County halts another game. Here's a 1-2. Hit high in the air to right. Charging in on it and making the catch is Reagan Burleson.
Actually, Burleson backhand kind of on her back shoulder. Called the right fielder off. Good job by Reagan Burleson catching that quarterback drill there.
Two out now. Briley Dover. Final chance here for Loretto. 1 for 2 with the single. First pitch from Lindsay misses away for ball one. We mentioned Dover heading to North Alabama. Though she's just a junior, it'll be in a couple years. She'll be joining a pair of other Lawrence County natives when she gets there. Next pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Georgia Land is a senior. She can take a COVID year if she chooses, but still won't be there in time for Briley to get there. Here comes the 1-1. Chopped over to Abbott at short. The throw over to first is in time, and that will end the game. Summertown picks up another district title with a 12-1 win over Loretto here. Looking at the stat line, Summertown with 12 runs off 10 hits, no errors. Loretto 1 run off 6 hits and a pair of errors. Loretto will now hit the road, and they will take on Cheatham County, and Summertown will be at home. Not sure who Summertown.
It'll be Harpeth.
That's who I thought it
But
would
AJ, you know, you I think this game was just so you don't have to take a 2.5-hour bus ride tomorrow.
Right.
It really is. I feel confident that both these teams should wear out a pair of wins, play each other in a region championship, but more importantly, get to go to sub-state, and then you're only 1 win away from going back to Murfreesboro. I think both of them can do it. It's just this was just who gets to do it at home tomorrow.
Absolutely. We're going to pause and wait and see if they're going to do any trophy as both teams meet inside the circle.
It looks like I see the Giles County folks back behind the backstop with a box of trophies, I think, fixing to come make some announcements and stuff. If you want to stay, you and Kevin want to stay here with it.
See what they're going to give the all-district team, maybe, here between both sides. But
do want to give a big shout-out to my other daughter, Miss Ella Hillhouse. Saw where her team got eliminated, but I saw where she made the all-district team. Proud of her for especially having a broke hand about the last 4 weeks of the season.
And battled back and got things going, and she was a leadoff hitter for the Lady Cats for most of the season, missed due to injury, but was able to get back in shape at the right time.
Also, big shout out, I think, kind of like we said about Mount Pleasant basketball. Good job by Giles County hosting this. I know you can't control Mother Nature and you can't control umpires, but I think they've ran a pretty good district tournament here in the first year of this new district that we're playing in.
Feels in good shape. Taking a good care of this facility.
I think they're going to give both coaches time to talk to their teams a little bit, and then they'll do a trophy presentation, call out first place, second place, and probably just all district, and let folks get out here and enjoy the rest of their Sunday. And teams go home and rest a little bit because you have to turn around and do it again tomorrow.
Do it again tomorrow. So waiting on both sides to talk to their teams. Hopefully just a quick talk. Everyone, including ourselves, Clint, we'd like to give back home as now they wait on both sides here.
But I did that semifinal game the other night, AJ. That's the first one I've done this year.
Yeah.
I've took me a hiatus after we did Summertown in the state tournament in basketball. And Adam, I said, boys, y'all don't understand. It's tough doing calling 80 basketball games. And he said, well, AJ doesn't have a problem doing it. So I guess I can't use that as an excuse anymore.
Well, this is my full-time job. You are busy doing other things, so that's to be expected. I think they're just handing out the.
They just called out Loretto Lady Mustangs, second place district tournament.
Yep.
Summertown gets their first place. Again, anybody tuned in, listening to us, both teams will still advance to region, and I think both teams have a really good chance of winning that first round region and playing again in the region championship.
They will.
And all you have to do is win tomorrow, and you make it to sub-state.
Yeah.
If you win tomorrow, you go to sub-state, and then you're just a win away from the big one.
So we're open for a pair of wins, and we will carry all of those games, including the Loretto baseball game at home. We will have all those on the xSports Network, audio and video. We are funded and good to go here.
Thank you to all our sponsors, everybody that's donated and helped make that happen.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys, and hopefully you guys will stick with us. We got some big plans for the future here, and hoping to cover not just these teams here in Lawrence County, but some other teams we got lined up, and hoping to have one of the best sports networks, not just in southern middle Tennessee, but in the entire state of Tennessee. But it takes funding and it takes people. We've got good people working for us now. We just need some more of them.
Calling out to our district team, Katie Beth Gallahard just got hers for Summertown. I think that's about the fourth time she's got it. Starting catcher as an 8th grader. Erica Abbott for Summertown. Hannah Lindsay.
Yep.
And Meg Parrott.
All right.
Your 2 seniors and your 2 juniors. Your first 4 hitters for Summertown, all on the all-district team.
Maddie White from Giles County. And it looks like they're going to announce Loretto's. Not yet. Waiting for White to come out there. Morgan Sharp from Giles County as well. Loretto had Giles County's number this year, beating them 2 out of 3 times. Actually, 3 out of 4 times,
and actually did Summertown a favor beating them that second, beating them in the district in the regular season district because it logged down first place for Summertown. Because Summertown did lose to Giles County here.
Yeah, looks like
JB Clifton, Jenny Beth.
Yeah, and all 3 of those wins for Loretto against Giles County came here on the road.
Right.
Briley Dover joining the all-district team. Cameron Brewer from Mount Pleasant.
Surely that's not all from Loretto. Not to call out voters or anything, but Another from Mount Pleasant. Kylie Brewer.
From Lewis County, Anna Kate Duncan.
Erica Abbott, the offensive MVP. First year I've known them to do that.
Yeah.
Of course, it is a new district, too.
Yeah. Jenny Clifton getting the defensive MVP. Gracie Pickett from Giles County getting the pitcher of the year in the district. She makes her way out to join the rest of the squad out in the circle. All right.
Okay, I guess that's it.
That will do it. We will have Summertown and Loretto's softball region tournament games tomorrow, along with Loretto baseball. For Clint Brazier, this is AJ Good here on the xSports Network. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
This is the xSports Network.